Good morning, everyone. So today I'll be presenting about the Padini Holding Berhad, one of the Malaysian leading fashion retail groups. Listed on Bursa Malaysia since 1998, the group has grown from a garment manufacturer founded in 1971 into a major multi-brand retail player. Padini performed strongly in the market, generating over RM 1.9 billion annual revenue with a turnover of RM 2.07 billion. As of June 2025, it employs around 3,400 staff, operates 160 owned managed stores across Malaysia. The company is headquartered in Shah Alam and led by the managing director Mr. Yong Pang Chow, who has been instrumental in shaping the company's strategy and expansion over the decades. Padini operates a diverse brand portfolio including Padini, Vinci, Sid Mickey PDI, Pico, and Padini Authentic. Its business model uses multiple retail formats such as Padini concept stores, brand outlet, and single brand stores supported by digital channels. Regionally, Padini has expanded into Thailand and partners with franchise stores across Brunei, Oman, Qatar, and UAE. In short, Padini is basically a successful brand transformed into a dominant fashion retail with a strong franchise and a solid brand ecosystem.
Hi, Doctor. My name is Nurdamia, and I will briefly explain Padini's market environment using the PESTLE framework. Understanding these external factors help us see how consumer behavior, cost, and also competition are shaped in the fashion industry. Starting with the political factors, government policies such as minimum wage adjustments, taxation, and also trade regulations directly affect retail operations. For Padini, higher minimum wages increase labor costs across its large physical store network, and at the same time, changes in trade policies and import duties affect sourcing costs and also leading types, make it more challenging to maintain affordable pricing while staying competitive in the market. Next, we have the economic factors, which strongly influence apparel spending. Rising inflation and higher living costs in Malaysia have made the consumers more price conscious and they prioritize value for money products. In terms of social factors, Malaysian consumers are digitally connected and increasingly influenced by social media and online trends. Padini can benefit from this by having a one-stop center selling all men, women, and also children apparel at the same place. Moving on to the technological factors, the growth of e-commerce, mobile shopping, and also digital payments have transformed how consumers shop. They now expect a more seamless experience across both online and also physical stores. Technology also allows retailers to use data analytics for better inventory and demand management, making digital investment vital for Padini's relevance. We have legal factors next, which include compliance with labor laws, consumers protection, and also data privacy regulations. These are increasingly important as online transaction and loyalty programs grow. Failure to comply can damage trust from the consumers and also brand reputation. Finally, we have the environmental factors, which are also becoming more prominent. Concerns about textile waste and sustainability influence how consumers perceive fashion brands, especially among younger consumers. That is all for me. Let's move on to the next presenter. Thank you.
Hi Dr. Mozart and everyone, this is Belle. In this section, I'll be discussing on consumer analysis at Padini Holding Berhad, focusing on how Padini applies the segmentation targeting positioning or STP frameworks to effectively serve different customer groups. In the fast-paced retail fashion industry, one-size-fits-all approach is no longer effective. Padini designs its apparel and accessories based on clearly defined consumer segments. Padini identifies distinct market segments, selects suitable target groups, and strategically positions its brands to meet specific consumer needs. Using this approach, Padini adopts a multi-brand segmenting the market through demographic, psychographic, and behavioral variables. From a demographic perspective, Padini differentiates consumers by age, gender, and family cycle. Brands such as Padini, Sid, Padini Authentic, and PDI mainly target adult consumers but serve different lifestyle preferences. Padini focuses on modern and practical workwear. Sid appeals to urban and fashion-conscious consumers, while Padini Authentics and PDI emphasize comfort and everyday casual wear. Psychographic segmentation is evident through P&Co, which targets younger, fashion-forward consumers seeking self-expression. Padini also reaches the family segments through brands like Mickey, Mickey Kids, and Vincy Mini, targeting parents who want affordable yet stylish apparel and footwear for their children. Behavioral segmentation further strengthens Padini's strategy. Brands outlets caters to price-sensitive consumers motivated by discount, while Vincy and Vincy Accessories target women who view footwear and accessories as essential fashion item. Overall, Padini's effective use of the STP framework enables clear brand differentiation, wider market coverage, and sustained competitiveness in Malaysia's dynamic fashion retail industry. Next, we will move on to competitor analysis, where we compare Padini Holdings Berhad with global fashion brands like Uniqlo from Japan and H&M from Sweden, using Porter's 5 Forces framework. Overall, Malaysia's fashion retail industry is highly competitive, shaped by strong local players and powerful international brands. Porter's model helped us assess how Padini's multi-brand strategy performed in this environment. Firstly, competitive rivalry is very high. All 3 brands compete aggressively for consumers' share of wallet, both online and in shopping malls. Padini competes as a multi-segment local player, leveraging its understanding of Malaysian consumers and price sensitivity. Uniqlo differentiates through functional apparel and fabric innovation, while H&M focuses on fast fashion trends and rapid product turnover with aggressive pricing. Second, the threat of new entrants is moderate to high. Although barriers such as retail space and supply chains exist, digitally native and online brands can enter the market with lower costs and greater agility, posing increasing challenges to established retailers like Uniqlo, Padini, and H&M. Thirdly, the bargaining power of buyers is high. Consumers are well informed, price conscious, and face low switching costs. Padini responds by offering brands across multiple price tiers, including value options like brands outlet, while Uniqlo emphasizes quality and H&M attracts trend-driven shoppers. Fourthly, supplier's power is low to moderate. While Uniqlo and H&M benefit from scale, Padini mitigates risk through diversified resourcing. Finally, the threat of substitute is moderate, with second-hand and retail fashion gaining popularity. In conclusion, Padini's local market insight and diversified portfolio remain key strengths, but continuous innovation is essential to compete with Uniqlo's technology focus and H&M's fast fashion agility.
Hi, I'm Suha and I'll walk you through this SWOT and STP analysis. Padini has 3 main strengths. First, it is a well-known, trusted Malaysian brand with many stores across the country. This gives Padini high awareness and trust among middle-income shoppers. Second, Padini owns many different brands. Padini Concept Store, Brands Outlet, Vincy, Seed, and PDI, so it can serve different customers at a different price levels. This helps reduce risk and makes the company more resilient. Third, Padini has good financial health. After COVID, the company recovered well and makes consistent profits. This means it can invest in new stores and online platforms. However, Padini faces 3 key weaknesses. Since most of its revenue still comes from Malaysia, so it is highly exposed to local economic slowdowns and market saturation. Second, among younger, trend-driven shoppers, Padini can look less aspirational and less fashionable than global brands, making it harder to charge higher price in the upper mid-market. In addition, higher costs for rent, wages, and materials combined with frequent discounts and promotions but continuous pressure on its profit margins. There are several opportunities for Padini. With inflation and uncertainty, many consumers are shifting towards affordable fashion, which fits Padini's positioning as a mid-price local brand. Next, as we know, fashion e-commerce and omnichannel shopping are growing in Malaysia, so Padini can strengthen its website, online marketplaces, and store integration to deepen digital engagement. And rising interest in sustainability also creates space for eco-friendly product lines and CSR stories that can support brand differentiation and loyalty. Finally, Padini faces important threats. Competition is very intense from international fast fashion giants, local retailers, and even very cheap online platforms like Shein, which all increase price and trend competition. Macroeconomic factors such as inflation and possible subsidy reforms may reduce consumer spending on non-essential items, while increasing retailers' operating costs, resulting in profit reduction. And because fashion cycles and digital expectations change quickly, any delay in updating designs or improving the online experience could weaken Padini's relevance for younger consumers. Padini segments by age, income, and gender, targeting children, teens, young adults, and parents in the lower middle and middle income groups. Research shows young Malaysians are driven by trendiness, peer influence, and affordability, which is exactly Padini's target profile. Padini uses a multi-brand strategy. Padini Concept Store targets fashion-conscious, middle-income shoppers, while Brands Outlet focuses on highly price-sensitive buyers. Sub-brands like Fincy, Seed, PDI, and Miki serve different styles, ages, and occasions like workwear, casual, kidswear, footwear, increasing reach within the same malls. Padini positions itself as a trusted, affordable Malaysian brand, stylish everyday fashion for the whole family at affordable prices. Local customers see it as reliable and trendy, while global brands like H&M, Zara, and Uniqlo are seen as more aspirational but expensive. Padini's nationwide presence, promotions, and balanced product mix help it capture significant mid-market share.
Thank you, Suha. To develop a strong marketing mix, Padini must shift from volume-driven to value-driven. Today, price wars, low trend response, and rising costs and high debt stock are eroding the margins and brand equity. The future focuses on value framing, curated versatile products, lean operations, and authentic connections with customers. Let's talk about the 7Ps. For product, Padini shift from a trend follower to a versatile staple through modular wardrobe system, a simplified architecture based on cognitive load theory, and sub-brands like Seed and BDI for niche targeting. For price, the move is from constant discounting to value framing, communicating cost per wear, applying a good, better, best pricing architecture, and align with value-based pricing. For place, store evolved from showroom into dynamic nodes with omnichannel integration, mobile-first journey, ship from store micro-fulfillment, and maximize asset utilization. For promotion, the focus moved from firm-generated content to community-proof, highlighting real Malaysians in Padini, using UGC for social proof and building an authentic local identity. The people strategy focused on fewer highly skilled staff advisors supported by flexible staff, incentive-based pay, and digital staff position staff as revenue generator, aligned with service dominant logic. For process, Padini transitioned from a push-based production to customer-led pull model. Digital voting and pre-order enable structural co-creation. This reduced that stock while leveraging the IKEA effect, where customers value what they help to create. Physical touchpoint become lean and sustainable. Digital signage, e-receipts, and minimal waste layout signal efficiency and modernity. In-store recycling partnership with NGO reinforce Padini's sustainability commitment. While leveraging, the real question is, how can Padini do good for the planet while still growing profitably? For Padini, the answer is a sustainability strategy aligned with KU and SDG goals. First, on sustainable product, Padini shift from fast trend cycle towards modular wardrobe system. These are versatile multifunctional pieces designed for long-term use. One piece, multiple combination. From a consumer perspective, this is framed as cost per wear, reinforcing value rather than price. Strategically, this aligns with SDG 12, responsible consumption and production. By reducing overproduction and textile waste, key KPIs can include higher sell-through rates, increase repeat purchase, and reduce markdown dependency. Second, on sustainable operation, Padini adopts a lean green retail model. Digital receipts, energy optimized store, and in-store recycling bins reduce operational waste. Ship from store and click and collect lower last mile delivery emission while improving inventory utilization. This supports both SDG 12 and SDG 13, climate action. Success is measured through paper and energy cost reduction, faster inventory turnover, and BOPIS adoption rate. Third, on sustainable people, Padini moved toward high productivity staffing. A core team of trained staff advisors is supported by flexible staffing during peak hour. Performance-linked incentive reward upselling and customer satisfaction rather than just head count volume. This aligns with SDG 8, decent work and economic growth, ensuring fair productivity-driven wages. KPIs include average transaction value per employee, CSAT score, and labor cost efficiency. Overall, this sustainability strategy is not cost-driven compliance, but strategic value creation. It differentiates Padini in domestic market, improve profitability through efficiency and higher value transactions, strengthening brand trust and long-term customer loyalty. Success is
Hi, Dr. Mozart, it's Damia again, and I'll be explaining the implementation for the one-year plan for Padini Holdings. The first implementation is for Padini to introduce a clothing recycling program where customers can return old clothes in exchange for gift vouchers. This encourages sustainability behavior while still appealing to Padini's value-conscious consumers. From a consumer behavior perspective, this program reduces guilt associated with fashion consumption and makes sustainability more convenient and rewarding. For Padini, it also helps to reduce textile waste and strengthens the brand image as a responsible local fashion retailer. It also integrates into Padini's omnichannel strategy by issuing digital coupons through its app and also loyalty program. This encourages repeat visits, increases the digital engagement, and also supports customer attention. Overall, the recycling program aligns well with Padini's market environment by addressing sustainability concerns while enhancing brand trust and also long-term competitiveness. Let's move on to the next implementation.
So here is the second implementation plan for Padini, which is the Lean Green Retail. And here is the roadmap. As you can see, the first phase from month 0 to 3, how we build the foundation, which is establish the lean green baselines, build key partnerships, and design digital features. And the second phase would be the implementation from months 4 to 12. First one is optimizing omnichannel experience, expand digitalization to stores, and measure success and impact.
This initiative introduces a high productivity staffing model aligned with SDG 8, which focuses on decent work and economic growth. The idea is to shift from traditional high headcount staffing to a model where skilled style advertisers serve as the core workforce and flexible staff support during the peak hours. This approach improves service quality, encourages employee engagement through training and incentive, and increases the labor productivity. Overall, it allows Padini to turn its frontline workforce into revenue generators rather than cost centers, while supporting SDG's aim of promoting decent work and sustainable economic performance. Thank you.